Welcome back, YouTube. It's been a while, guys. I know it's been a while. I know you're reading your comments. You missed me, and I miss you too, guys. But first thing first, just I wanna proudly announce that I'm still with the food coaching team. They haven't fired me yet. I'm doing some coaching for them and game analysis. So yeah, great stuff, and I'm happy to be with those in a group with those marvelous people. What we do, I will leave the link to our website, foodcoaching.com, in the comments. Also, just want to quickly announce that our guys are doing the basically recording the shows, podcasts every on daily basis already. And if you want to listen on the way home from work, school, whatever you guys do in your real life, just visit foodinreview.com. Also, the link will be in the comments. And last thing that I want to say is, you guys free. Welcome to join our free Discord. Link with the invitation to our Discord also will be in the comments. If you want to just meet us, talk to us, discuss every matter that concerns this game, EAFC 25, and every other stuff also. Just it's free. Go ahead and join. Guys, as I said, I missed you. I'm so happy to have such a great community on my YouTube channel. And I'm so happy that you guys enjoying whatever I do. So it begins, right? We start a new cycle of EAFC 25, and I know that some of you are struggling probably with the tactics, myself included. And for those who don't like this game, I just want to relate to you because I'm not a huge fan of this game yet. But I spoke to my friends from Discord, and they told me to give it a time, because whenever we get a little bit better cards, probably I will notice more positive things about this game than it's right now, because right now we are using basically the basic versions of the cards. This game doesn't suit my style yet, because as whoever already watched my videos before, you guys know that I like to build up through really quick passing options and stuff, and not abusing mechanics, and for now this game doesn't allow me to do it, so that's why I'm struggling too. So yes, for those who guys are impatient, I will give the code right away. After just introducing my team, this is what the team I'm using. I'm on the last checkpoint before Division 2. I haven't grinded the game too much. I'm still in the learning process. I think we all are. But I'm still watching every other content creators, and we have already so many meta tactics. So I was just like, should I even release anything, because you guys set to go, right? So the formation, don't disregard the name of the team 352, because those 3-back formations we'll discuss a little bit later, maybe in further videos. Okay, so the team, as you can see, it's a basic team, guys. Nothing special here. Some evos, the Hamshik, it's a pre-order hero card. The most expensive player, I think it's a DeMarco on a left back. The rest is just guys that I packed or did objectives for, so nothing crazy here. So let me jump in. So you guys, this is the formation that I'm gonna show you today. It's a 4-3-3 bracket 3. I think it's a bracket 3. Let me get the code for you. I don't know how to get it. Here you go. For those who want just the code, go ahead, jump into the game and enjoy. For the rest who wants a little bit to listen to me, my thought process before I create this one, go ahead and stick. I'll promise I'll try to do my videos this year a little bit shorter, and probably this promise I will not be able to keep, but we'll see. All right, guys. Zammer. I'm not going to talk about the goalies. I have no idea about them. About the defenders. I'm still experimenting, so I cannot honestly recommend what role you should implement to your defenders, okay? So, but I like to have one center back with defender plus at least. Okay, so it's like my most defensive player on that four back line in the last resort, right? I like to use ball playing defender. The reason why, because he helps me out a little bit by positioning himself for additional pass before I create anything further in attack. But it also comes with a risk, right? Because if you lose the ball in your when trying to move the ball from your penalty box and you lose the ball, they basically most of the time out of position. But to be honest, when you lose the ball close to your penalty area, you most of the time will concede anyway. So I like to experiment with the ball playing defender, just one of them. I'm using one fullback this year as an attacker, and on my case it's a right fullback as a attacking wingback. The second one is just a wingback. I tried both, but it was too open. At least for now, okay? It was too open, and with that roles and tactics that we have this year, without possibility to bring wingers to defensive positions, so opponent players whoever was using like 4-3-3 formations had 3 attackers, so I was just too vulnerable in my defensive line by using 2 fullbacks. So just one fullback that is attacking. The second one is joining the attack a little bit, like he's a little bit on balance, but he's crossing the line whenever he sees the great opportunity, and most of the time I'm triggering his run. As my attacking fullback on the right side, my one CDM, okay, just a couple words. 4-3-3 bracket 3, it's almost the same as 4-3-3-4, which is kind of popular and was trending. Right now we are moving mostly to the 5-back formations. I don't want to use 5-back formation. I paid for this game. I want to enjoy the way I like to play, not that I'm forced to use 5-back. So I prefer even to lose the games but play my way. Okay, so the difference is I have 2 CDMs instead of CMs, and instead of cam I have a CM. So you can ask me, okay, but the gap between the striker and CM is bigger. Yes, it is, guys. That's why my striker is not like on advanced attacking roles or any poacher. It's on a false 9. So he's closer to my midfield line, and my main 2 players who are scoring the goals are my wingers. As you can see, I'm using Dybala out of position. So far, I haven't noticed too much of his like worst performing because I'm using him there, but definitely try to use as many players on position as you can, okay? Because I don't know how much effect it has when I'm using him out of position that he doesn't have that position on the card, okay? It's very hard this year to share with you any tactics because I created mine with players that I have, right? I created tactics to suit the players that I have in my club. So if you like this tactic, the movement, the way they position themselves on the pitch, I don't want you to go to the transfer market and buy the cards and spend your coins right away to get best players for those positions and roles. Just try with the players that you have, even against AI, and see if you like it. If you do, then try to get the players that will suit these roles better, okay? Because this year I think releasing any tactic video kind of force you to buy players, and otherwise it just might not work the way the tactic works for me, okay? So on the right back as my attacking fullback, that's why I have a holding a CDM on the right side. So he will cover, at least he will try to cover whenever my right back is fully involved in attack. And this is also the spot on the pitch where you will be most vulnerable. I will show you that on the clips that I have. I have a couple clips, just 6, 7, whatever, and just some goals compilation in the end. So yeah, my right CDM is on a holding and my left is more attacking. as a deep line playmaker and roaming. Roaming, why? Because I like that left side to create some different movement than it's predicted, okay? Hamshake on a balance, not playmaker. There is imbalance because I use that CM player as my triangle midfield to defend, okay? I basically switch to Hamshake, try to stop any counter first with him if it's possible, letting my CDMs to take the position deeper, closer to my center backs, and I'm trying to use him as much, and I'm trying to use my wingers manually as much as possible, but just keep in mind, and I know you guys probably, whoever already played this game, noticed, they're not helping much, okay? Striker, wingers, they're not helping much to defend, so it only depends on you how much manually you can bring them back and defend with them. So balance instead of playmakers, so he sits a little bit deeper and helps me out in defense also, okay? Now the gap we covered, as I said, between the midfield line and striker, it's big enough in this formation, so I had to use false 9 role, and luckily I had Lautaro Martinez with an even double plus role on that specific instruction, and he helps me a lot with that initial pass forward, and he is distributing the ball or back, or we're just recycling through him or whatever. So two main players that are scoring the goals, I have Messi and Dybala. So Messi on a balance role is kind of sticks more to the edge of the box. He cuts inside, but he stays on the edge of the box, which allows me to use his finesse shots with his left foot, right? And Dybala with the roaming, if he sees the space, and there is a space behind Martinez, who is a false 9 and coming a little bit deeper, then he's taking that space, and basically with Sanchez and DiMarco over there, they're creating the triangle on that side, okay? So we have a player roles. This is, I don't know if it's viable, but this is basically how it looks when I attack. So not many things changed, okay, as you can see. Just the arseness is getting a little bit higher, and basically that's it. But as you can see, the Martinez is a little bit closer to Hamsik. Hamsik is closer to Martinez, so that connection is there, right? So 4-3-3 defense. I use counter as a build-up style. I will totally forget about that. And the defensive approach, I use high, just to get any movement for my defenders. And of course for the auto offside traps, I still use that. So I don't know how to press in this game yet, but we'll get there, okay? Roles, you can see that the code, you have it. Now I think just to speed up a little bit, because I'm already talking about this 13 minutes. All right, guys, so a couple examples that I want to show you and I will discuss. So basically when we attack in a 3-4-3 shape. This is what I want to show you first. As you can see, guys, 3-4-3 shape, Austin's will join. This allows you easily to break actually, guys, the midfield of your opponent. And the main thing for me is to pass those 3 players, okay, just to get, as like in the previous years, between the zone of the midfielders and defensive line of your opponent. This is like the most crucial area for me to get. Also, what I want to tell you guys is, on the left side, we are attacking a little bit differently than to the right side, because Messi is on a balance. Somehow he cuts inside more, and again, that might be due to that I'm using player out of position, and Dybala sticks more to the side. So Dybala I'm using kind of more as a winger here, and on a final third, he actually joins to attack as a striker. You can see the deeper positioning of my false 9 striker, and when we get closer to the backs of the opponent, Messi will show up closer to the center of the pitch, and Arsenal will take a spot of the winger. We'll have 2 players to recycle, one Sanchez, who is on a roaming and will give us a little bit more attacking options, and Morita in my case holding CDM, who is covering basically the space left by those attacking players. Okay, so I use that transfer from left side to right side a lot by just using those 4 players in midfield, and you should be able to do that basically with every formation against that you are playing. And now on the right side, guys, this is what I want to show you. So Morita is moving back, as you can see, just to cover the space. He's holding. This is what he's supposed to do. Attacking, the fullback is not gonna go too far. Okay, and the first triangle with my CM, Arsenal and Messi. So on the right side, I'm usually trying to use those 2 players and take advantage of 1 defender. Okay, Messi's gonna position usually with the balance role inside forward pass between center back and fullback. So every time when I get to the ball to those 2 players in this position and pass the midfielder line, the opponent will have basically problems and to solve who he's wanna cover. Okay, so as I said, he's covering the role. I'm using this triangle to get the pass here. After that, the goals that you score are very similar to previous years. Unfortunately or fortunately, the way it just depends on your liking. But what I'm saying is you still look for that extra passes, and I'm still looking for those dominoes effect that I introduced last year. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. As you can see, the Messi is already sticking to that position between those players. Couple dribblings. Dribbling is not easy this year, you guys know that probably. So but now I already get into the situation where I wanted to, and we have a position and it should be okay. Green shot and no goal. I don't know why. Okay, next example. And the reason why, guys, I'm showing this, because right now we lost the ball. I'm sorry for the phone call. We lost the ball, guys, and as you can see, the most vulnerable position is your fullback and your right side. He's attacking, right? Morita is now right now left his spot because he wants to cover this player by himself. Okay, and I understand why he's doing it, because it looks like the most important player to cover, and it's totally understandable. But keep in mind, whenever you attack and lose the ball in the final third when you're attacking, that this is the vulnerable area of the pitch for you, and especially with the no instructions to come back. Most opponents who are using formations with wingers, they will have attackers in front of it. Okay, so just bear that in mind when playing. I'm not gonna tell you how to score the goals. I want you to basically come with ideas and tweak or adjust this tactics to your liking and to whatever playstyle you use. But I'm just showing you what we have basically on each side and how we where we should concentrate when defending. Okay, all right, next example. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is, again, we have a lot of space on this side. Okay, I will just move a little bit back. Let's just watch this again. We created space, our fullback is there, and this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so we have our players already in position, those 3 attackers. Hamsik is already making a run by himself because he has a box-to-box CM. And look how much space we have on our right side, and we have 2 attackers against 1. So already in my mind, I will try to switch the ball. The switching is not also the easiest part in this game so far, but well, we're in learning process. Okay, so but this is what I want to show you guys, and we're looking for the pass inside. Unfortunately, we haven't created the scoring chance over there, but that's basically how I created chance. Okay, one more time, I will just show you that. As you can see, he will move here. Let's just move on. will drop a little bit deeper, and this is already a situation that I should score a goal, but I suck at this. But this is already a good chance, okay? And then also false 9 roll, as you can see, he's coming for the ball, okay? And I prefer that way. I don't use those through balls too often, so this is how I prefer to build up. And I already have my Hampshire here, Dybala here if I need him also. So extra pass, and with probably some kind of good skill move, I should probably be able to score with this goal, okay? Alright, a little bit different thing that I want to show you on the left side. So as you can see, as I mentioned to you guys, I'm using a little bit Dybala on or left side, in my case Dybala here, and more as a winger. And so he stays more outside and he joins the box of opponent like in a final third, only in the last measure, okay, of the time. So we use the triangles between my fullback, deep line, playmaker and wing on this side, using the most of the side of the pitch, okay? Short 1-2 passes. One more thing that I want to say, you probably noticed that playing. Doesn't matter what players you have, what role you have. Maybe if you use like the most meta players, you don't have to trigger runs, but whenever you can, I use triggering runs a lot this year. Manual runs, and what I mean by that is with pass and go, which is L1X, right, or whatever, sending the player manually with L1, bringing player closer to the ball with R1, RB, LB on Xbox. So with the formation tactics, you guys receive basics of their movement, but you still have to make those runs manually. Maybe it will change when we get the better cards, but in case to create these movements, I'm doing that a lot by myself, okay? So just a couple of things of introduction with this tactics. So triangle that we have, as I said, I'm using a little bit more, and still you guys should have 3v2 on each side. Just a little bit different way attacking, okay? We created the chance, and I think our false 9 will come a little bit later, open up for his positioning and score the goal. Alright, next example. This is one more thing that I'm showing why it's so important to have that holding CDM player on that side where your attacking fullback is, okay? Arsenal is deeply involved, as you guys can see, in attack. We'll miss, I think, this header. I don't care if we miss, but I'm trying to show you that my holding CDM is moving to cover the space and we get the ball, okay? So this is kind of covering those attacking fullback roles and those spaces that he leaves the gaps, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect, so keep in mind that will be your most vulnerable side of when you lose the ball and there is a counter for your opponent, okay? All right, and the last thing, basically, I want you to think about this game a little bit like I used to do it even in EAFC 24. Use your players with intended position on the pitch and roles, okay? What I mean by that, if I have a CM who is a box-to-box, I'm using him as a box-to-box CM, okay? If I have a false 9 player that he's helping up in a build-up, then I'm using him to build up, not only to make those runs behind and score goals, okay? If I have balanced inside forward Messi over here, who is staying most of the time on the edge of the box, then I'm using him to score from outside the box with a finesse shot. And the same applies to basically to every player, okay? If I have a CDM holding, then I'm using him as a holding. I'm not sending him to the box of the opponent and score goals. Of course, I can do that time to time, but what I'm trying to say, when the game cycle starts this year, just try to use those players as with the intended roles that you have on the pitch, okay? And also, in the beginning of the game, if you have any players with the playstyles, and even more advantage if you have it with those playstyles pluses, use those playstyles. If you have a pink pass, use more pink pass with the player. If you incisive pass, use those I think there are more, even you can see the role of those playstyles in the beginning, at least, even more than it was in previous game. Okay, so I have attacking fullback, I have attacking CM, right? So we create space, we use the CM right now to get the ball. I'm not passing to the Messi right away because I want to get to the position, as I said, always between those 4 players, as you can see, and this is the green zone that I want to get in. Okay, and if I have 3 players here against 4, doesn't matter, we're already in a good position here. Believe me, this is your goal when you're building up. Okay, now we're just simply triggering the run, making a through ball pass, and he made a little mistakes with the switching, and then we scored a goal. Guys, short, I don't want to make it too long. The code also will be posted maybe in the comments, whoever didn't write it in the beginning of the video. The questions that you have, feel free to ask. This is a beginning, it's not like top tier meta formation, but this is one that I'm using. I want to share with you what I'm using and how we create chances a little bit. I will show you in the end just a couple goals compilation, and hopefully you will enjoy. But if you have questions about basically anything regarding this tactics, or not only this tactics but whatever you have a question for me, go ahead and ask me in the comments. I'll happily reply. Remember about joining our Discord. I'm always there, happy to help, and I'm so happy to be back, and I can say see you again. And yeah, let's just begin this journey together. We're all struggling in the beginning, but hopefully we will get to the point where we will enjoy or have fun with this game. We paid so much money, so let's just have fun. Okay, guys. Until next time, I'm leaving you guys with a goal compilation, and enjoy.